Hello everyone, this is Ambroise from Moto Plaisir. I'm very happy to introduce you the new Tiger 900 GT, and we will be able to compare it to its predecessor, the Tiger 800 XRX. So I would like to thank our Triumph dealer in Annecy, who has been able to deliver this motorcycle right after the lockdown release. So let's start the comparison. This is a completely new bike, new engine, new frame, a lot of changes. So let's start from the bottom. Let's have a look at the wheels. The tires are the exact same dimensions as the previous Tiger 800. New brake calipers, it's upgraded Brembos compared to this is the previous one. So this is an upgrade. I don't know if you can notice anything about that when you ride. I was not complaining about the previous brakes on the Tiger 800. So that's one thing. The rims are slightly different. It's hard to see the difference, but they're not the same, even though the tires are the exact same dimensions. Front suspension now. So the fork is new. It's slightly bigger than the one on the Tiger 800. It's now adjustable here. It was not possible on the previous Tiger 800. The rear suspension on the Tiger 900 the rear suspension can also be adjusted by hand, like this. You can set the preload like that. On the Tiger 800, it was you had to use a screwdriver to do that. You can see under here. Yes, this is where you put your flat blade screwdriver to be able to set the preload of the bike. I've been able to ride a few kilometers on the new Tiger 900. On the Tiger 800, the front suspension was bouncing a little bit, especially at low speeds. It was not a big problem. At higher speeds, there was no problem at all. The suspension was very good. It's been improved on the Tiger 900. It does not bounce as it used to be. Still, it does that very little at, let's say, a bit higher speeds, like 60 or 70 kilometers per hour. But beyond that, overall, the suspension is very good. This was a bit strange on the Tiger 800. It was bouncing a little bit at low speeds. So it has improved. It's not the best front suspension on the market, I would say. This is my opinion. Okay, but still better than before. Okay, now let's talk about the engine now. So it does not look very different, but a few details show you that the engine is different. The new engine is now Euro 5, slightly bigger. It has a bit more torque. It's now Euro 5. It's good. There is something that was not very, a bit weird on the Tiger 800. This case with hanging down pipe. I don't know what it is. It was not very good looking. On the new Tiger 900, they got rid of that. So that's a good point. The main thing is that On the new engine, they have rearranged the crankshaft and the timing of the ignition of each cylinder. And now the three-cylinder engine sounds like a two-cylinder engine, in my opinion. Let's try if you can hear that. So let's start with the Tiger 800. So it's a bit hard for me to do that one-handed, because on the Triumph you have to pull the clutch to start. Okay. So that was the Tiger 800. Let's start the Tiger 900. Okay, so I don't know if you can hear the difference, but it is important to me. It sounds like a smooth twin cylinder. It's a three-cylinder, but it feels like a smooth twin cylinder compared to the previous one. So if you really like the sound and feel of the Tiger 800, make sure you try the new one, the new engine, because if it is to have a bike that feels like a twin cylinder, there are many other twin cylinders on the market. Okay, so let's talk now about the frame. So the frame is completely new. You can see that the rear end of the frame is now bolted to the front. Foot pegs are bolted to the rear end. On the Tiger 800, the frame was a single piece from front to the rear. So I can imagine that a lot of Tiger 800 have been wrecked, because if you bend this part or this part, it's a lot of work to replace the frame. So that means the bike is wrecked. Now, if you damage the rear end of the bike, especially when you have the cases, so that's good. It will probably save a few bikes. Okay, talking about the frame now, what has been improved quite a lot is the steering angle. So that's how far you can turn on the Tiger 900. Let's have a look at the Tiger 800. So the Tiger 800, it was probably one of the worst all-rounder bike from that point of view. So I'm glad it's been improved. I don't know if you can see that, but I can tell you it's much better than before. Nothing much to say about the fuel tank. It's 1 more liter on the 900 compared to the 800, so that doesn't make a big difference. So let's have a look under the seat now. So the lock has been moved to the left side. It's a bit more common. So let's have a look at what is under the seat. A bit less room, but you have this box. And this is where you can put your smartphone. So this is a standard Chinese smartphone. You can store it. It's a waterproof case. You can plug it. You have the USB connector here. So that's a great idea, especially when you have to use the navigation of your smartphone with the bike. We will talk about that in a minute. So that's great. But on the other hand, there is less room compared to the, let's have a look to the Tiger 800. The lock is just here over the red light. It's hard to lift one-handed, sorry, okay. So here you have some room. You still have the USB plug here, but more room for tools and a disc lock, for instance. So that's what you have on the Tiger 800. Here the battery and so on. Let's have a look on the 900. Put my smartphone back inside. It fits a bigger smartphone if you like. Under the seat, okay, the tools are here now. I can probably put the high visibility jacket here. Okay, so let's talk about the screen now. It's not very easy to put back the seat. I would say it's as easy as before. Okay. So let's talk about the dashboard now. It's probably not very easy to see on the screen, but it is huge. The screen on the Tiger 900 GT is 7 inches compared to the Tiger 800 XRX that is 5 inches. Okay, so on the base model of the Tiger 900, you have the same screen as the previous generation. Just the layout is different. So it's a giant screen. It's very easy to read the information. The colors are great. It's elegant. This is a serious competitor. Okay, so with this screen you can now read your text messages through the bike. You can also, let me find this. You can receive your phone calls if your phone is connected to the bike. Pretty cool feature as well. You can also control your GoPro right from the bike. So what I've done, I've just tried to connect my phone and try to connect everything to be able to read my text message or to be able to use the GoPro. This was not functioning, and I've been very disappointed because it does not function because I have not paid for the optional service. You cannot, if you don't pay the extra 200 something euros, you cannot connect your Bluetooth device, your phone or your headset. So it's a bit, I was really disappointed. Tiger 900 GT, you need to buy the extra service to be able to connect your phone. On the BMWs, the new F900R we have received, no need to pay anything. You can connect your phone and you can use the navigation on the bike with your phone. Okay. Apart from that, it's a beautiful display. Okay. Nothing much to say about the cases. These ones are Triumph branded. They look very similar to the GV we have on some other bikes. Top case as well. If you want to put a bigger top case, like the one we have here on the Tiger 800, let me show you something you should know. This one is bigger. It's great. You can put 2 helmets in it, but one thing you need to know is that it interferes a little bit with the side cases lid. So it's not critical. That works. This is just to tell you. I don't know if it's supposed to shave that like this or if it's normal. Okay. Okay, so let's talk about the windscreen now. So it's very similar to there's a handle now compared to the Tiger 800. You had to pull the windshield itself like this. It looks a bit smaller now compared to the Tiger 800. On the Tiger 800 you have these wide deflectors, bigger screen here, probably taller as well. Well, I don't know if it's taller or not, but it's for sure much more narrow. So I have not been able to feel really the difference of protection between the two, but there's probably a little difference. Okay, so I hope you have enjoyed the video, this short presentation of the differences between 2019 Tiger 800 XRX and 2020 Tiger 900 GT. If you have any questions, please comment below and I'll try to answer as much as I can. Thank you very much and goodbye.